It's Dr. Vic here with Empower Your Reality. In this video, I want to talk about perspective, right? Your perception on how you see things really determines how you're going to go forth. In my book, Rediscover Your Greatness, I talked a lot about focus. It was a big, heavy part of it, especially in chapter 2. And the reason why I hammered on focus so much was because really, whatever you focus on is what you're going to create. It's what you put energy to. You are a master creator. You are a creator. You are life energy, your source energy. Whatever you put your attention to brings life to. And when you understand that principle, and if you truly grasp it, it's one thing to know it, but to feel it and really grasp from within, it's a game changer in everything you do. Because then all of a sudden, now you will pay more attention to what you put energy to, how you focus at things, because you're giving life to it. Right? It's like money. And this is the one I hear often. Well, I want to make more money, Doc. I want to be able to have this, and this. I want to be able to do all these things. And I always look at that and I always say, that's great. And then, but I go, you notice that they'll talk about like, I want to pay off my debt, or I want to pay off this so I can have this. I want to pay off my house. And I always look and say, your energy and where you're focusing is on the debt. Regardless of how you word it, your focus is there. And if your focus is there, guess what you're going to create more of? So I tell them, think of the emotion of what you want and the feelings of what it's going to give to you, and really focus on that energy of things. It's just like, everything is all about perception and how you see things. How is it that two people can have the same event happen to them, identical? There's no difference in the event, circumstances, all that. Same exact event. They take it two different ways. You ever know someone who went through a hard time and may have been who knows what, and it destroyed them, and they never bounced back? And then you met somebody who had a really hard time, same scenario, and they've been empowered by it, and their whole life was transformed. Why is it different from one versus the other? Well, it's perspective. It's what you're focusing on. It's how you're seeing the event and how you're programming that event to show you. So, for example, for me, I always look at things and say the universe is always working for me. The universe is always providing for me what I need and how it's going to help me grow for the greater good for myself and also humanity. And so that is my mantra. I say this all the time. When shit hits the fan, you better believe I am saying that often as possible. Even if I'm frustrated and angry, because I'm human, I go through those emotions. But it's one of those things where I will make sure I focus as much as I can, understanding that it's all good. The universe this is the reason why this is happening, and I'll figure this out eventually. It's going to come to me eventually. And so, but that's the thing. However you state something and what you believe it to be will be. If you think this was harmful, or you think the world's an evil place, how are you going to see any good? The good can be happening right in front of you. You're going to miss the boat. If you don't think you're beautiful, no matter what someone says to you, and you're only going to pay attention to when someone says you're not beautiful. And that's only information that you're going to focus on. And you may even pull things out of context just to make that happen. It's just how we program ourselves. And there's things called the reticular activating system. This is how you program and filter information to fit your values. What you value, that system gets programmed. And once you program it, now all you're going to see is just that. And that's the only thing that you care about. And because you're kind of dictating. It's a massive filtration system. And so when it comes to your life, right, however you see it is what it will be. It's just that simple. Whether you believe it or you do not, if you have to understand this one principle, is that you are source energy. And source energy always creates. So whatever you focus on, wherever you put your attention to, that is you creating. And so whatever you pay attention at is creating to be part of your life. Whether it be something positive, abundance, no limitations, right? Or the opposite, debt, worry, anxiety, fear, whatever it may be. When I was a young kid, I always used to say, I tell people, if you worry about things, if you don't worry about something, it can't happen to you. But if you worry about it, you're going to bring it into your life. Now, I didn't know what that meant. I just saw people worry and things happened. And I saw people who didn't worry and things didn't happen. And I just put two and two together. And next thing you know, I created that statement. But it's so true. It's so true. If you focus on what matters most, create a story that what empowers you, no matter what the event was in your life, change the story. And when you do that and you truly believe it, you put emotions behind it, it will be what you state it to be. So I hope this helps a little bit in your life. And if you have any questions, please send a comment below. Send me an email at drvic at empoweryourreality.com. Always here to serve. And as always, until next time, hope you enjoyed the video. Throw some likes if you did. And I will see you next week on our next Monday video.